Jai Hind children, welcome in your maths live class. This is your first period, isn't it? Now let's start with the leftover questions of exercise 7b. I am again telling you children that from exercise 7b you have to complete till question number 15. For examination point of view, we will do till question number 15. After that you can solve it in your rough notebook. Okay. Now, in question number 9, because my range is question number 8 to 15, so I will solve all odd number question. So, let's see what is the next question, that is question number 9. Now, if you will see question number 9, it says that a number is 2 by 5 times another number. A number is 2 by 5 times another number. If their sum is 70, children, there are two numbers, okay, and their sum is 70. So you have to find those numbers. But what we are learning in this chapter, we are learning about only one variable. If there are two unknown numbers, how can we write, how can we take two variables? We don't know how to solve the linear equation in two variable, isn't it? So no need to get confused. As although here it is two numbers, two unknown numbers, but we will take only one number as a unknown number whose value we don't know, and we will relate the second number with the given number, okay, with the unknown number. So a number is 2 by 5 times another number. Let's write down the equation first. Let's have a look of equation first. Now see how we will make the equation. A number is 2 by 5 times another number. So there are two numbers. There are two numbers. Okay, we don't know those numbers, and their addition is 70. This is the question. Okay, so we know about one number, that it is 2 by 3 times the other number, isn't it? We know about one number. So can we relate? Yes, we can relate. For this, what we will do, we will take one number as variable, that is x, and we will relate the second number with the first number. Okay, now let the unknown number be, let one of the unknown number be x. Let one of the unknown number be x. And the second number is how much? It is 2 by 5 times the another number. The second number is 2 by 5 times. 2 by 5 times of another number. Okay, so the another number is x, isn't it? Let one number be x, and the second number is what? The second number is 2 by 5 times the other number. Other number is the first one, isn't it? So this you have to write it, children. Let one of the number, this is question number 9. Let one of the number be x. Therefore, another number will be how much? Will be 2 by 3 times the other number. That is 2 by 5 times the other number. Okay, check your question whether it is 2 by 3 or 2 by 5. It is 2 by 5, children. And when you will add them, if their sum is 70, question is, if their sum is 70, one number is this, another number is this, and if their sum, so let's write down, if their sum, one number plus second number, if their sum is how much? 70. Find the numbers. You have to find both numbers now. So about one number we don't know, So we will write it as x. About second number, we know something. We can relate it with the first number. So this we will relate. Okay. Now solve it, children. How you will solve? Both the variable terms are on same side. So let's find the LCM or do cross multiplication. 5 ones are 5x plus 2 ones are 2x divided by 5 into 1, 5. That is equal to 70. This is equal to 70. Now let's solve your question on this side. Okay. 5x plus 2x. 5x plus 2x is how much, children? 7x. 7x by 5 is equal to 70. 7x by 5 is equal to 70. Okay. Now the next step is we will transpose 7 by 5. We will transpose 7 by 5 to RHS. So x is equal to 70. Denominator will be transposed to numerator into 5. Just erase it, children. Okay. Divided by this numerator which is in multiplication with x. This 7 will go for division. Divide by 7. Clear? Okay. Now just simplify this. 7 1 ja 7 and 7 10 ja 70. So what is the value of x? X is equal to 10 into 5. X is equal to 10 into 5. Okay. That is x is equal to 50. X is equal to 50. It's not visible, children. So just write down that x is equal to 50. I think it is visible. Now, what are those numbers? In the question, it is not asking that what is x. They are asking about those two numbers. If one number is 2 by 5 times the other number and their sum is 70, what are those two numbers? So, just now we have find that the value of x is 50. So, one number is 50 and the second number will be how much, children? Put the value of x here so that you will get the second number. 2 by 5 of x, that is x is 50. So 5 tens are 50, that is why it is equal to 20. So one number is 50 and another number is 20. This you have to write down in a statement form, children. After completing these two, you will write down in statement form. First one number, write down one number, that is x is equal to 50. Another number, that is 2 by 5 is equal to this one. May I write it? Okay, let's see how to write it. After finding both the numbers, in the answer, what you will write? Hence, one number, that is x, it is equal to 50, and another number that is 2 by 5 of x is equal to 2 by 5 of 50. So it will become 20. This is the answer. Clear? So in this way you have to write down the answer in statement form. No need to leave till x is equal to 50. They are not asking about this. They are asking that what are those two values. So that you have to write. Clear? Now let's go to next question. Next question is question number 11. Let's see question number 11. Children, question number 11 is the fifth part of a number when increased by 5. The fifth part of a number when increased by 5 equal to its fourth part decreased by 5. Find the number. Okay, so let's solve this question. Question is, you are having nothing. Question number 11. Okay, question number 11. What it says? There is a number. So let the given number be x. Let the given number be x. Question is saying fifth part. Let's see the question. Question is the fifth part of a number. So what will be the fifth part of this number? X is there, fifth part and fourth part. Let's see what is fifth part first. Fifth part means 1 by 5. Fifth part will be 1 by 5 of that number. And fourth part will be, children, 1 by 4. 1 by 4 of x. 1 by 4 of x. Okay. Fifth part will be 1 by 5 of x and fourth part will be 1 by 4 of x. You can write down in this way. Fourth part. Now, question is the fifth part of a number. This is the fifth part of a number. Okay, let's take it. The fifth part of a number when increased by 5. When increased by 5. The fifth part of a number when increased by 5. Okay. Okay. When I have taken fifth part of a number and when it is increased by 5 means you have to add. So when the fifth part of a number is increased by 5, it is equal to fourth part of a number, fourth part of that number. So fourth part of that number is 1 by 4x decreased by 5. Decreased by 5. Clear? Means in 1/5 part, 1 by 5 part of that number, if you will add 5 and its fourth part, when you will subtract 5, when you will decrease 5, then both the numbers will be equal. So this is, now it is in equation form. It is now in equation form. Children, there are few what? Denominators. You can solve in that way also. Collect the denominator, take LCM, multiply it on both sides, so that we can delete these denominators. Or you can shift, you can transpose the variable term on one side and constant term on other side. So I am transposing it, children. So let's transpose 1 by 5x means x by 5. This is x into 1, x by 5. Now when 1 by 4 of x when transposed to this side, it will become x by 4 minus x by 4. This is x by 4, x into 1, x by 4. When x by 4 is transposed to left hand side, it will be minus, because here it is positive. That is equal to minus 5, and when plus 5 will transpose to that side, it will become minus 5. Sign will change. Sign will change. Now solve this. How? Either by taking the LCM or by cross multiplication, because there are two terms only. So 4 into 1, 4x minus 5 into 1, 5x divided by 5 into 4. 5 4s are 20. Okay. That is equal to, both are negative sign numbers, minus 5 and minus 5. What we will do? Having same sign, we will add. We will add and we will put their sign. Both were having minus sign, so we will put their sign. Clear? Now next step. 4x minus 5x. Can we subtract 5 from 4? No. So what we will subtract? We will subtract 4 from 5, from bigger number. So 1 will come, and whose sign? 5 sign. That is minus. So what will be left, children? Minus 1x, or you can simply write it as x also. I am writing minus x because then you will not get confused. From 5, when you will subtract 4, you will get 1, and sign of bigger number, that is 5, it is minus. That's why minus has come here. Okay. So 5 minus 4 is 1 along with the minus sign. Divided by 20 is equal to minus 10. This is the next step. Okay. Now transpose this number, which is which is there with x to RHS. Keep x on this side. Minus 10 is already on that side. This minus 1 is in numerator, it is in multiplication, it will go for division. So minus 1 will be transposed to denominator. And this denominator, when it transposed to that side, it will multiply with the numerator. So 20 will go up. 20. Okay. Clear? Now minus minus will get cancelled out, isn't it? It is in multiplication, we can do this thing. So x is equal to 20 into 10, 200. X is equal to 200. This is the final answer. This is our answer. Hence the number is 200. What you will write? Hence the number is 200. And children, after writing the statement answer, if you wanted to check, you can check it. How you can check it, children? You can just see. See here. This was the question. The number x is 200, isn't it? That number is 200. 1 by 5 of this number. 1 by 5 of 200. What will come? Come on. 5 1 ja 5, 5 4 ja 20. 40 will come. So write down 40. When you will add 5 in it, it will be same as, that is 45. It will be same as how much? 1 by 4 of x. So what is 1 by 4 of x? That is 200. 4 5s are 20. It is 50. It is 50. So here it is 50. 1 by 4 of 200 is 50. When you will decrease 5 with that number, what you will get? 45. See, both are equal. It means our answer is correct. That number is 200. If we will take 1 by 5 of this number and add 5, whatever answer will come, it will be same as 1 by 4 of this 200 when decreased by 5. Okay. Is it interesting? Yes, of course it is interesting. So, in this way we will solve our question. Now next question is, let's see the next question, children. Now children, if you can see, the next question is question number 13. Find two consecutive positive odd numbers. Find two consecutive positive odd numbers whose sum is 76. Whose sum is 76. So what we will do? We will write the given numbers first. Is it given? Those odd numbers are given to us? No. So how we will find, children? We will guess that let the consecutive positive odd integer is this. Can we guess many times? No. So what we will do? We will use the variable and we will relate it. We will form the equation and then we will solve. Okay. So now let's see question number 13. Question is, there are two positive odd numbers. There are two positive consecutive odd integers. Consecutive means after 1, the next consecutive number is 2. After 2, the next consecutive number is 3. After 3, the next consecutive number is 4. Isn't it? But consecutive odd integers, and it should be positive. Integer may be positive or negative. You know it very well. That's why positive is written. We have to take only positive integers. And which type of integer? Odd integers. As well as consecutive. One after the other. Like after 1, the next odd number is 3. So 1 and 3 is consecutive odd integers. Okay. After 3, which integer will come? Which odd integer will come? Consecutive odd integer will come 5. If you will talk about 13, the next odd consecutive number, the next odd consecutive number, it will be 15. Okay. If we will talk about only consecutive numbers, then after 13, what will come, children? After 13, 14 will come. These two are consecutive numbers. But if you will talk about consecutive odd numbers, so after 13, 14 is not an odd number, na? So after 13, 15 will come. After 15, 17 will come. Then 19 will come. These are consecutive odd integers, positive integers. So in the question they are saying that the sum of two consecutive positive odd integer is 70. Let's see the question. Is it 70 or not? 76. It is 76. So now let's take let first odd integer, positive integer you can write, be x. Let the first odd integer be x. Then next, or you can say the consecutive odd integer will be the next consecutive means the next number, the next consecutive odd integer will be how much? X plus 1, children. X plus 1. If you are having 13, you will add plus 1. No. If you wanted to find after 13 what will be the next consecutive odd number, then you have to add 2, then 15 will come, isn't it? But we don't know now it is 13 or what. We don't know the first odd integer which is in the question, in this question. We don't know, that's why we have chosen it as x. That's why instead of 13 we have chosen it as x. We don't know whether it is 13 or 15 or 27, which odd number it is. We don't know. So let's take it as x. Now for second one, if it is x, for second one what you have to do? The next odd integer, what you have to do? You have to add plus 2. You will get the next odd number. Okay. Am I clear? One odd integer will be x. Then the next one will be x plus 2. If they will talk about 3, then x plus how much? X plus 2 plus 2, 4. X plus 4. Okay. Then after that x plus 6. In this way it will increase. But we are talking about only 2. Let's see. If the first number is 29, then the second number will be 29 plus 2, that is 31. Yes. After 29, 31 is the next or consecutive odd integer. Okay. If you will take it as 41, it is odd number. Yes. So next one will be 41 plus 2, that is 43. Okay. So that's why we have chosen first number as x and the second one as x plus 2. In case of even number, you have to take twice of x here. Twice of x, why? Because all the even numbers will be multiple of 2. If it is 1, then also 2 into 1 will come as 2. So in that case you can write it as 2x. Then the next one will be 2x plus 2. Okay. There is one question for even number also, children, that you have to solve in your homework copy. Now the first odd number is x and the second odd consecutive odd number is x plus 2. We are having these two odd numbers, consecutive odd numbers, and their sum. This one and this one. Their sum is how much? Their sum is 76. Their sum is 76. Now let's solve it quickly. How? How many x are there? X plus x, that is 2x, plus this 2. This 2 will not be added with x, children. We can add only the variable term, same variable term. Now that is equal to 76. Okay. Next one is, now this 2 will be transposed to RHS because 2 is a constant term. So 2x is equal to 76 minus 2. Okay. Now what will be left? X is equal to, how 2x is equal to how much? 74. Subtract 2 from it. 2x is equal to 74. Still some steps are left. So solve here. 2x is equal to 74. This was my last step. So x is equal to 74 by what? By 2. This 2 will transpose here. Now simplify it. 2 3 just 6. 1 is left. 2 7s are 14. So x is equal to 37. X is equal to 37. And this is not our answer. We have to complete it in the statement form. What we will write? We in this place, after completing the question, in this place you will write hence. Hence, first odd number, odd integer will be x, that is how much? 37. Okay, and the second odd integer will be 37 plus 2, that is how much? 39. Clear, children? First integer will be 37 and the second integer will be 37 plus 2, that is 39. So those two integers whose sum is 76 is odd integer, consecutive odd integer whose sum is 76 is 37 and 39. Children, add them. 37 plus 39, what you will get? You will get 76. Okay. Now let's solve. Let's see the next question, that is question number 15. Quickly write down in your notebook. Now children, let's see question number 15. It says that divide 184 into two parts. We are having one number 184 and we have to divide into two parts. Just break it. 184. So what you will get? Either 1 or 84? Or 18 or 4? Isn't it? No. What you will get? You will get some numbers, isn't it? Now, in such a way, you have to divide it in such a way that 1/3 of one part may exceed 1/7 of other part by 8. Okay, let's see it. How we will solve it. Question number 15. You are having a number 184. We are having a number 184. You have to divide it into two parts. It may be 100 and 84. It may be 80 plus 104, any number. It may be 1 plus 183, we don't know. But if you will assume that these two numbers are divided and their combination is 184, their addition is 184. So let's take out one number from it. Take out the first number from this. Okay, if you will take 100, for example, then what will be left? 84. Isn't it? But children, you don't know the numbers. Right now I have said ki maybe one number is 100, then other number is 84. So how you have find this 84? How? You have subtracted 100, the first number, with 1 by 184. Isn't it? How this 184 has come? This come as 184 minus the first number. Minus the first number, that is 100. That's why 84 has come. Isn't it? But children, we don't know these two numbers. Okay. So let the first number be x. Let the first divided number be x. Then what will be the second number? It will be 84? No. It will be 184 minus the first number. 184 minus 100 means 100 we have taken here now. And what is it right now? It is x. We don't know it is 100 or what. So it is x. So the second number will be out of 184 when you will subtract x. 184 minus x. This will be the second number. Okay. Just write down properly. 184 minus x. This will be the second number. When you will add it, you will get it 184. Okay. Now let's see what the question is. Question is, see the question. Question is divide 184 into 2 parts. We have divided already. In such that, how we have to divide? Such that 1/3 of one part. Now what is 1/3 of one part? Let's take one part and take just have a 1/3 of it. So I am choosing x. So what is 1/3 of this x? 1/3x. Isn't it? 1/3 of this number will be 1/3x. So you have to divide it in such a way that if you will take 1/3 of this x and it will be exceed, it will be more, it will be greater than the second number. Okay, so it will exceed by 8. Okay, of which number? Of second number, not of 1/7 of the second number. Second number is this. This is the second number and its 1/7 is this. This is the first number and its 1/3 is this. Okay, still it is not complete, children. Let's see the question. Divide 184 into 2 parts. We have divided 184 into 2 parts such that 1/3 of one part, okay, 1/3 we have find, may exceed, ज़्यादा हो, definitely. Okay, it is more. It exceed. How much it exceed? 1/7 of the second part, other part, 1/7 of the other part. So 1/7 of the other part is, 1/7 of the other part is this much. 1/3 of the first part is this much. 1/7 of the other part, that is second part, is this much. Keep it in bracket. 2 terms. Keep it in bracket. Okay. And it is exceeding. It is more. It is more. How much it is more? It is more than 8. This number, 1/3 of the first number, is exceeding the second number, 1/7 of the second number, by 8. So it is greater. So can we solve it? No. There is no equality sign. We can't solve it by using linear equation. So we have to use equality sign. But if you will use equality sign, are they same? No. What the question said? That this part, 1/3 of the first part, is exceeding the second part, 1/7 of the second part, by 8. ये बड़ा है बेटा. This is more than 8. So how you can write this equality sign? So to write down this equality sign so that we can find our answer, we need this equality sign, isn't it? So to write down the equality sign, it is right now greater than 8. So just add 8 here. 8 here. Just add 8 here. And then this you will have the equality sign. ये already 8 ज़्यादा है, 8 number ज़्यादा है. इससे तो equality sign लाने के लिए we have to add 8 to RHS. Am I clear? Okay. Now we will either we can subtract 8 from this also. इसमें से 8 घटा दो तो ये उसके बराबर हो जाएगा. But what I have done, it is more than 8. Right now it is more than 8. Okay. 1/3 part of the first number is more than 8 number. It exceeding 8 number by the second number, 1/7 of the second number. So to make it equality sign, to make it equal, दोनों को equal बनाने के लिए we have to adjust 8. It is 8 more. So just add 8 in this number also. Now both are equal. Both are equal. Okay. Let's solve it, children. So 3 and 7. 3 and 7. How we will solve? This is now the final equation is this. Now we will solve. Well, we will take LCM of 3 and 7 is 21. LCM of 3 and 7 is 21. Now multiply 21 on both sides. Okay. So I have to erase this, children. I think you all have written till this much. You can explore your question. You can design your question solution in this way. It will be, you will have better understanding in designing this type of questions. Okay. So you can design in this way in your notebook also. I used to design it. And then it will clear my concept. Now its LHS is 1/3x. What we have to do? We have to multiply 21. So multiply 21 and that side also you have to multiply 21. 21 into how much? 1 by 7 of 184 minus x plus 8. Okay, it's not looking. Let me adjust. I think now it is visible. Okay. Multiply 21 on both sides. Why 21? Because the LCM of denominator 3 and 7 is 21. Now the next step is how much, children? The next step will be just solve it. This is single term, so we can simplify. 3 7s are 21. So 7 into 1, 7x. Now this 21 will multiply with this. 21 into 1 by 7, 184 minus x, and 21 will multiply with 8 also. 21 into 8. Okay. This we can cut. Yes, it is in multiplication. 3 7s are 21. Okay. 7x is equal to 3 into 184 minus x plus 168. 21 into 8 is 168. Now 7x is equal to, now just multiply it. 4 3s are 12, 8 3s are 24, and 1 25, and 2 is left. 3 1s are 3, 4 5. Clear? Next is minus 3 into 1, 3x plus 168. Now separating variable term on one side and constant term on other side. So 7x plus 3x, children. This minus 3x transpose to LHS, it will become plus 3x, is equal to 552 plus 168. 552 plus 168. This minus 3x is now transposed to LHS. 7 plus 3x, this will be 10x, is equal to, just add them, children. 0, 6 plus 5 11 plus 1 12, and 5 plus 1 6, and 1 7, 720. Now next step, x, 10x is equal to 720. That's why x is equal to 720 by 10. X is equal to 720 by 10. Is it visible, children? 720 by 10. I think now it is visible. Just cut it down. So what you will get? X is equal to 72. This is the answer. Okay. So at last you will write down hence the answer is, the given number is 72. Hence the given number is 72. Okay. Just see the question. They are asking, okay, you have to divide it also, children. You have to divide it also. You have to find both the numbers. So no need to leave it till now. After this, what we will do? We will find both the numbers. Okay. The numbers were 184. Just I am erasing my board, children. 184. One number was x. We are having 184, isn't it? And we had one number as x, and the other number was 184 minus the first number. We have divided 184 into two parts. So they are asking what are those two numbers. So just now we have find that the one number is 72. So one number is how much? One number is 72. And another number will be how much? 184 minus 72. 184 minus 72. Now if you will find its answer, you will get as 4 minus 2 is 2, 8 minus 7 is 1 and 1. So one number is 72 and another number is 112. These are the two numbers. You will write it the answer in statement form also. Hence the numbers which is divided by, which is in two parts of 184 is this one, 72 and 112. Clear? See, when you will add them, you will get 184. No need to add them. They are asking those two divided numbers, one number and another number. Till then, we have completed question number 15 also. So what will be your today's homework? Today's homework will be, you have to solve from question number 8, then 10, then 12 and 14. Clear? Question number 8, question number 10, question number 12 and question number 14. This is your homework for today. Children, please solve it. Have a revision of these questions, and then in tomorrow class we can revise with some more questions based on applications, based on word problems. Okay? Till then, take care, children.